I love this eligibility checker. So if you just go and say, does your business have less than 5 employees? Yes. Does your business have an active ABN? Yes. Does your business have a registered Queensland headquarters location? Yes. Can you confirm that the owners and directors are insolvent or yes? Then you would say you're eligible for this grant. So let's go through this in greater detail. So it's a very competitive grant. When I say competitive, it is very competitive. Mark my words. So I know the assessment criteria, how things work in the pre-grant stage, and after the grant is applied, what happens if you want to make those changes, if you want to change providers. Pretty much every funding agency will be open to having that discussion, but you have to be honest and upfront with them. So it's happening in 2 stages. The stage 1 is registration of interest, and stage 2 is the full application for people who are progressing to stage 2. Not everyone from stage 1 will progress to stage 2.
Are you a business owner struggling to generate leads and close sales? Does it feel like without the right marketing and sales strategies, your business is just an expensive hobby? If this sounds familiar, you are in the right place. My name is Dr. Priya, digital product strategist and business automation expert specializing in marketing and sales strategies. This podcast is designed for business owners and entrepreneurs who want to take control of their business operations, supercharge their marketing efforts, and drive growth through strategic CRM and business automation. In every episode, we will dive deep into our Power Pivot framework, which basically involves your product and pricing, your online and offline presence, your warm lead generation strategies, evaluating your sales process, and creating retainer and retargeting existing client formula. Through this framework, even the smallest pivots can create massive business success. So, if you're ready to scale your business with simple, actionable strategies that combine the right marketing, automation, and CRM tips, you might want to listen to today's episode.
Hey everyone, welcome to today's YouTube and podcast episode about business basic grants. So this particular grant from the Queensland Government has been famous. It has had its own journey and evolution in terms of the entire process on how the department has managed this grant. I remember the very first time when they opened, in the very first hour, the entire system crashed because they did not expect the huge amount of traffic. So the system, the process, and the whole application process has evolved in the last 5 rounds. Now they're open the 6th round. As I record this episode, it's open for stage 1 registration of interest. I have been the grant recipient of Business Basic Grant in round 3, which was $5,000. This is the first time. They have literally upped the grant amount for $7,500 and for very specifically marketing, website, and CRM services. So as you know now, I'm niching down into CRM and business automation. So this I thought is a perfect time to educate you all about the Business Basic Grant, the whole application process. So pretty much whenever you're listening to this episode or watching this video, there might be fine tweaks done, but I think they've pretty much stabilized this entire process. So there shouldn't be a huge change from what we are seeing right now. And very recently on the 12th of September, they announced the Business Basics Round 5. So if you click on that link, you can actually see the recipients of the grant. You can see 100 people received the grant in round 5. Each one received $5,000. So you guys from round 6 are going to be lucky to get $7,500. And if you've received the grant once, you're not eligible. So basically, I'm not eligible to apply for this grant myself, being the recipient in the previous rounds. But this will help you understand or give you an example of the kind of businesses that were funded, priority areas, okay, if it's sustainability, business continuity and succession, or security planning and solutions. I think these 3 are the major priority areas that I've seen being funded. So let me go through the stage 1 and stage 2 in detail. So it'll help you understand. And if you don't know, I worked in the research grant management space for more than 3 years with University of Adelaide and University of Queensland combined. So I know the assessment criteria, how things work in the pre-grant stage, and after the grant is applied, what happens if you want to make those changes, if you want to change providers. pretty much every funding agency will be open to having that discussion, but you have to be honest and upfront with them and tell them if there's any variation from the application stage after you receive the money. If you want to change anything, just be honest with them. They will truly understand. So let's go through this in greater detail. So it's a very competitive grant. When I say competitive, it is very competitive. Mark my words. So it's happening in 2 stages. The stage 1 is registration of interest, and stage 2 is the full application for people who are progressing to stage 2. Not everyone from stage 1 will progress to stage 2, only those who are selected. And it's 7,500 excluding GST. Maximum is 6 months. And then you've got different links that will tell you the guidelines and stuff like that. So I'll just go through the basics because that's very, very important. So you can only fund activities which involve professional business advice like coaching, mentoring, strategic marketing services, website build, and upgrade. So clearly they've given you under professional business advice. You can get this grant for business plans, financial planning and budgeting, operational efficiency reviews, business mentoring, strategic partnering and networking. And then strategic marketing services, you can do CRM, branding, market research, SEO. You can actually get your website rebuilt or get a fresh website, e-commerce websites, integration with third-party tools. So pretty much my company can support you with websites, CRM, marketing, strategy, and business coaching. So we could dip into one or more of these if you want to package it around it. They've also given what activities that will not be funded. So it's really, you have to put in your application depending on the activity that you want, whether it sits under the priority area and whether those activities will be funded or not. So for stage 1, let's look at stage 1. What do you need for stage 1? Okay, you just have to confirm the eligibility criteria. So you can check whether you're eligible from here. Okay, so you should have less than 5 employees. You should have an active ABN. So I love this eligibility checker. So if you just go and say, does your business have less than 5 employees? Yes. Does your business have an active ABN? Yes. Does your business have a registered Queensland headquarters location? Yes. Does your business have minimum 1-year trading history? Yes. Has your business turnover been 300,000 or less in the last financial year? Yes. Can you confirm that your business was not successful for any rounds in the previous grant? For this one, I said yes. Okay. But if you say no, then you say you're not eligible for this grant. Okay. So can you confirm that the owners and directors are insolvent or yes, then you would say you're eligible for this grant. So this is a very easy way to use the eligibility checker to check if you're eligible or not. So once you know that you're eligible, then you have to submit your registration of interest. So go to Smarty Grants. So that's the portal for submitting your grants. So this is my dashboard of Smarty Grants. It's very easy to set up. Just go and register. And once you go into Business Basics Grant Round 6, you can basically save your progress and come back and revisit it. So you have stage 1 and stage 2. It gives you all these information. And then when you go, it explains how you have to do it. So I'll do one grant interest for you to understand. I confirm the application has read the terms and conditions. Yes. So you just check all the boxes because you are eligible. And I'm authorized delegated to act. Say yes and go next. Then it'll collect all the personal information. Yes. And then you basically have to check for your ABN. So you can literally search. All right, so I'll have to actually give my ABN here, okay, and then it'll say whether my ABN is active or not. So let's go find my ABN, copy my ABN number and say look up, and you see it's picked up all the information. Entry name, you give your ABN entry name. Okay, under a different ABN, no, and then you give your primary phone number, your email address, what entity you trade under. So it's a company or a sole trader. If it's your own name, registered business name, and then you type your business name, you give your address, and then employee headcount. You can see it's pretty very, very straightforward application. That's all you need to submit. You go to the next page, they progress, and then you go to the next page. It asks for all these fields, but you understand it's very simple. And that's all you need to submit for round 1, basically to prove that you operate your business in Queensland and your ABN is registered, you are not bankrupt, and you actually have a legit business that has actually had some kind of financial transaction in the past year. So even if you've made one sale, even if you don't have much business there, this is a good starting point for you to get that head start in terms of marketing, CRM, websites, whatever you need to grow your business. So I believe it's a very, very good grant to do this. So once you submit it, we wait. I think the application closes for ROI on the 14th of October. No, sorry, 11th of October. And then you'll get a notification. I'm not sure now, being the care period for Queensland Government due to elections, when the outcome for stage 1 would be received. But once you get it, I think stage 2 will be for full application. I'm going to go through the stage 2 with you here. So we finish it in this episode. If you're successful at any time, you can come back and look at this stage 2 application. So stage 2 is when you actually need a proper quote from a service provider. Okay, so these are the things that you will need for full application. So if you're selected and successful, that's when you come back and update your core business, your contact information, your business demographic, and you will need complete project details. So basically, you need to explain what is the priority area and how it will enhance your core skills or business competitiveness. So you just say, with this grant, how you'll be able to develop a fancy new website, a fancy new CRM or marketing activity. So with the help of this website, how you'll be able to get a new website, CRM or marketing, and that'll help you to grow your business in terms of revenue, in terms of staff count. So always have some tangible outcomes. So always say that this will help me get more leads, get more sales, increase my revenue, and get more team members. So in turn, this particular grant, the aim of this grant is to improve the Queensland economy. Period, right? How is this helping your business grow? In turn, help revenue for the Queensland economy. Always keep that end goal in mind. Why would government fund a particular project? They want to boost the economy. They want to help businesses grow. They want to give some kind of an advantage, competitive edge to the existing businesses. So you have to look at the big picture, not say, hey, I would love a free $7,500 in my pocket. No, that's not the goal. Why the government want to fund this project? Because this project is going to help you grow your business, in turn, help the economy in Queensland. So have that in mind and always focus growth in revenue, gross profit, headcount, and how this particular project you're going to do will help you. So when I provide quote and when I provide the proposal, I'll provide a detailed breakdown on how we're going to achieve it. What is the timeline of activities? Because you've got 6 months to achieve it. And 7,500 and 6 months, it's a very, very good timing and budget to get your complete revamp for your website, your CRM setup, your marketing setup, and few retainers as well. So if you're keen, get back to me and I can walk you through what I can help you with. I can give you the codes you can get from 2 suppliers if you want to get website done from somebody, CRM from someone, or business advice from somebody, business plan from somebody, and the CRM and marketing and website, you can do that. So only max 2 service providers, not more than 2. So if you're able to submit that, then I'm sure you'll be successful. So it's a pretty simple, straightforward, the most straightforward grant I've ever seen. So I've applied it. So I've seen the both sides. So my clients have been successful in getting the grant, and I have been a recipient myself in round 3. So last year, I think we had 2 rounds. This year, we're only having 1 round. So that the pattern is kind of unpredictable, like how many rounds in a year, but every year at least one of these rounds will be open. That's why I thought it'll be worth doing a video about this whole grant. I'll also have a landing page on my website to explain this particular grant. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free. I'll leave my email address and links in the show notes below. And if you need anything, feel free to get in touch. Good luck with the whole grant process, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you found value in today's episode, make sure to follow, share, leave a review so we know that you love listening to us. And if you are looking at more valuable tips, insights, tools, and resources to help grow your business, please visit pivottothrive.com.au. I will leave links in the show notes below. Just remember, if your current strategy isn't working, you don't have to quit. You just pivot, because the right pivot can make a huge difference. Let's pivot and keep thriving. I'll see you in the next episode.